Morning, good afternoon, or even good evening, depending on the time you happen to be with this video. Hello, everyone. This is me, Chamra Prabhat. You are again joining English with Cham Prabhat YouTube channel. In today's episode, also, I'm gonna speak because yesterday I did myself a speaking session, so that's really interesting and it made me encouraged. So today also, uh, early in the morning, I was thinking, how can I get a time to speak? Uh, Sometimes I do speak to encourage my YouTube viewers, but this time, for both purposes, for encouraging my YouTube viewers and for my entertainment purpose and for my improvement as well. A new year has begun, lots of hopes, aspirations, and hoping moving forward with your maximum capacity. It's quite obvious we have engaged in many work that is not uh, equal to our strength. It's more than our strength because we are facing financial difficulties and we have achievements to be achieved. So we have to strive harder day by day without considering our tiredness or our relationships. We have to limit all of them to move forward. But in this new year, I'm trying something different. Yes, I'm moving forward towards my goals, yet I try my best to gain some amount of free time to be with my education, for reading, for developing my skills, and for entertainment purposes, to be with my hobbies, especially to be with my family members, with my family, and to spend a little bit time with my friends. Friends have been the biggest influence since our school time. When we finish our school time, then we got into our educational qualifications. We get qualified for universities. Then there meet bunches of friends. There we can find who are the real friends and who are the fake friends who need only help from us. So I thought this year to give it away for my friends also and to enjoy the life to a considerable, not considerable, at least a little bit. Because you and I are not very different. Both of us, you and I, have to work hard every day. We get up early in the morning to achieve bigger goals. But at the end of the day, if we finish it with frustrations or with worries, that day isn't a good day. So uh, you can put yourself some little goals to achieve, achievable goals, not bigger ones, achievable goals for a day, and the rest of the time you can spend for other purposes other than your goal achieving part, right? Yes, that's a summer. That's outside speaking of uh, the conversation. I thought to speak, getting a good topic. As usual, I haven't put a topic myself. While I am doing a casual conversation, talking about things, about myself, and about the climate, then I throw myself to a topic So what about having a topic like this? We spend money unwisely. Spend money unwisely. We have to spend money for various purposes, but who is going to spend money wisely? Wise means you are not going to spend it fully. That's not. If you have to spend some amount of money for a needy thing, I think that's a good spending. But this is a marketing oriented world. Business persons and organizations are trying to get money from us, providing some sort of service for you. But there's a huge competition between among all those business persons and organizations to have our amount of money. So, what's our role to be a wise person who spend money to satisfy the real needs? For example, we will get you on your way to somewhere and you see the posters of Cargill's Food City and you see there's a big promotion for some kind of product. You see, wow, I have never got such amount of discounts for this product. So this is available now. I'm going to get a bigger discount from this. So the expenditure is unwanted, yet there's a big discount they promote. This is a needy thing. It's a limited offer, so buy it. Most of the people see the posters of the of promotions and move towards them and spend a considerable amount of money for them to get a discount. Yet sometimes the needness of it isn't really big. It's okay for milk powder and sometimes meat-based products and soap-like and dishwashing powders, liquids like that. It's okay. Once you see big discounts and 50% off for clothing, imagine you have only 10,000 rupees as a saving for the month, not as a saving, but it is saved because not for the saving purpose uh, by limiting the expenditures. So you might have 10,000 rupees with you, and when you are on your way to somewhere and you see the promotion with a bigger discount, you would be probably thinking, uh, if I get this time, I would be able to reduce my cost when I buy those products. Sometimes that's okay, but you know your financial situations and your uh, balance sheet. Okay, your home balance sheet. So, as people, everybody is facing some amount of financial crisis, though they are rich people or more middle uh, in middle income earning people. It doesn't matter. It's not about uh, spending, but spending wisely. As parents, we know our children have to spend a big amount of money for their school items. Since the price of papers is getting increased since every vacation. For every vacation, it's a big turning point of education, the high price of educational materials. So, as parents, we don't have to consider and we cannot limit, but we can find uh, the stationery providers who provide with a cheaper amounts with prices for school children. So you can go to two or three places to buy those school stationery like items. So uh, as a wise person, you have to think in what ways, how can I reduce my expenditure with the maximum usage of every item as wanted. For example, we visit grocery stores. Sometimes we are accustomed with visiting only one store. Think there's a supermarket called Sudu, and people as a habit buy products only from that store because there might be promotions for some products. Okay, not all products, but some products. You can imagine in a supermarket there might be around 500 items, including everything. So suppose, so I suppose, so you suppose how many products are provided with discounts. I have seen a supermarket where there is a poster and which is showing the price of a wheat flour. It's I can remember 148 rupees a kilogram. So that's the only shop providing that cheaper price for wheat flour. So it's printed in front of the door, on the door, in the front door, on the front door. So people think this grocery store provide big discounts. When you go inside, you may find some discounts for two or three items which are not really necessary. So people think, oh, there's a big discount, 10 rupees discount for full full cream milk powder. So they try to buy those kinds of products, spending some a little bit more money. Another story. One day I visited one of my friends' home, and he's telling me he's building a house these days. And I think he has already spent nearly 50 lakhs for building that house. And he is telling that the expenditure of the family, and is telling he has a younger uh, son, it's a younger son. So he's telling a wonderful thing. His income, can imagine his income is around 100,000 rupees. So he is spending for his younger son 10,000 rupees for fruits, only for fruits. So how about the expenditure? It's needy. You can think of. It's okay. We love children. We like to see their happiness and we like to see their growth. It's not out, but the amount of income we have should be allocated for the needy and the most essential things at first. If we allocate 10% for really always unnecessary things, it's okay to buy fruits twice a week, or I can't imagine that amount of money he is spending for fruits. That thing is debatable. Sometimes you might not agree that this person is telling something like this. He is against children's happiness. That's not. So back to the topic, spending wisely. We are living as a family, so I'm considering myself the husband and I have a wife, and imagine I have children. So everyone has some kind of role in their family. That's also I have heard from one of my friends. He is going to the fair because his wife is always asking from the sellers 1 kilo of this one and 1 kilo of this one and 1 kilo of this one and 1 kilo of everything. So she's shy and she feel like ashamed when she buys small quantities. When she buys small quantities from the seller, she feels she's ashamed. That's not good for her status. In that case, husband visits fair and he buys in small quantities. He go a turn around the fair and find the places where there are cheap products. Uh, it only take a couple of minutes to turn around, to, to take a round, and turn around to take around the fair. I also do the same when I have time. I take a round around the fair and find the cheapest places with the fresh and the same items. Sometimes I forget the place. Yeah, there is cheap product, so I buy for higher prices. When I am turning again around, I find that place. That's happened every time. It doesn't matter, but you can sacrifice some amount of time. But yet, if you have time only, the biggest constraint that a human is ever facing is time. If you have time, you can enjoy. If you have time, you can earn money. If you have time, you can strengthen your relationships. If you have time, you can engage with friends and bring the old memories back to to life. That's kind of that kind of thing is really essential for our life. Look, when I'm speaking, I also struggle. That's a struggle, but it's interesting and I'm entertaining that struggle because I feel I am moving forward and I am learning from my past experiences. And the way of I'm speaking now is really interesting for me. It's really interesting for me. Likewise, when I'm speaking this way, if my parents are looking at me, they would be really proud of me. At the same time, you also can do the same difference in your life. You can start little and get a good education and spending time on the particular subject area you need to master. That simple scenario, that simple theory provides you everything. If you have time, focus on a particular task that is going to be achieved. So break it into small parts so you can you can identify all those parts separately and you can pay attention for each and everything in advance. So time is the biggest resource and the constraint people are having is other than that we are in a discussion of making making expenditures wisely. Yeah, so you can think of if we give the control of money to the hand of a child, what would he do? Think, and sometimes we act as a child with our expenditures. Imagine if you act as a child with your expenditures, what would happen to your month and your year and your future and what would happen to your all family members? You should have enough strength and knowledge and the capacity, and also the most important thing is willingness to cut short your expenditure which are unwanted. Yes, that's a sensible buy. I visit several grocery stores which provides discounts for essential things. I go to this grocery store, and I know this grocery store provides these discounts for these essential items, and after buying only those items, I move to the other grocery store. I know that grocery store is also providing for these items. I buy those items and I move to another. You might be thinking that I'm spending too much amount of time. No, in any town or in any place, you can find many grocery stores around you. If you stand in front of some grocery store, you can uh, throw your hands either sides or in the front side, you would find a grocery store, a supermarket. That's the theory. That's the competition outside in the supermarkets or anything provide. Anyone who provides. Hmm? Think wisely. You can reduce your expenditures. And clothing as well. Just think, we only need for a quarter of a year, two clothes, I think, is enough. So it might be around 5,000. For 3 months, 5,000 spending is enough. I'm not telling about a high standards expenditures. Some people spend 30,000 rupees, 50,000 rupees, and nearly 100,000 rupees for clothing for just for two pieces. For, sometimes for one piece, for sometimes for two pieces only. 100,000 rupees. What the purpose of spending? When you have money, should you spend all the money for your purposes? There is society as well. If you have huge amount of money that you cannot count, so there are people, there is the society asking you every time, we are the needy party. We are looking forward to your support. Please help us. They may not be telling you with words, and you can identify with their behaviors, and it's not behaviors. When you see the faces of people, you know why they are suffering and in what manner they are suffering, in what way you can make their life beautiful. It's not the discussion we should do right now because we are moving forward. We are still not in the mid-income families. Hmm? We are not earning moderate income as well. In Sri Lanka, there are many millionaires, but uh, the people who are earning more than 1 lakh is too short. Still, people are struggling with 30,000 rupees, 50,000 rupees income, or 75,000 rupees is a big one. It's a big achievement as a Sri Lanka. We hope our country will be developed sooner or later. It doesn't matter. We need the development of the country. Someday our children and our children's children, sometimes our grandchildren, will enjoy the life here in Sri Lanka, like New York or Tokyo or Seoul. Those are very rich cities. Sometimes your city would be a richer city on planet Earth. That's an aspiration. So this is a kind of talking. I just myself a topic while I'm throwing myself into a casual conversation, and then I select a topic which comes to my mind. It's okay. I encourage all of you to speak in English. Don't put yourself a specific topic. When you are talking, put in a specific topic. You have limited things to speak. You can talk about the environment, friends, and still you have a topic. You can talk on the topic and outside the topic. Though you are talking in the topic, outside the topic, relevant to the topic, or irrelevant, irrelevant to the topic, it doesn't matter. You are speaking. Imagine children, they are babbling and speaking. We don't know what they are talking. What are they talking about? Yet they are talking, mixing up everything. So I encourage you to be a child when you are speaking. That's the difference that you can add to your life. You can see out there, lots of people are speaking very good English and they are talking on the topic. You see, they are not keeping scripts or memorizing. You don't know how practice they have. Imagine you get up early in the morning and you do household chores, and sometimes you might help your wife to make food and to clean the house before you leave into office or the workplace you are working. So where is the time for you to learn, to study something? Then you go to office or to your working place, you work there for 8 hours, you hardly get a free time. It, it's quite obvious working time doesn't offer free times other than the lunch hour. In some organization, factories, or in private institutions, they do not provide 1 hour break. They provide only for 30 minutes or 20 minutes break for a lunch, then go right back to work. That's the story. So when you finishes, sorry, when you finish, that's a mistake. Yeah, you see, when you finish, you finish. You as a plural, so it can't be finishes. You finish. When you finish your work, it may be around 5 o'clock or 4:30. Sometimes it may be extended to 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. When you overtime, it would be around 7 o'clock to from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock. So you get home, have a shower, and you are getting ready for having your dinner. And while you are having dinner, you have a casual conversation with your family members, wife, children, and your parents, if they are with you. So the time it might closer to 12 o'clock. We can learn, we can enjoy if I have a separate day from 12 o'clock uh, to morning a day, but then you have to go to sleep because that's too tight. That's a life we are having. We see some people are traveling. It's a gifted life. We should not be jealous of the life someday you can achieve. So strive harder, achieve your goals. You can do the same, but I cannot tell you the time. The harder you strive, the easier you are going towards your goals. I'm thinking to earn a considerable amount of income and to stay calm for a couple of hours to think about me for working towards the society because we are social beings. We have got a education free of charge from our government schools, and now we are teaching, and we if we are people who do not provide any support to the society, who are we? That's one of our responsibilities you and I have. People don't think. People don't have time to think, even to think. We have seen lots of campaigns. There are Ramadanic campaigns, blood donation campaigns, and flood resistant campaigns, likewise, so many campaigns. But who among us try to organize to be the head of those programs? We have no time. We are going towards our goals, never ending, never seen future goals. Yet we have to enjoy the life. Sometimes I'm thinking, Chamara, you get up at about 5 o'clock, and Chamara, you sleep at about 1 o'clock. So, Chamara, you have a limited amount of time even to sleep. When you get up, you are in the same routine. Uh, yes, I'm running a cultivation. I have been doing it for 1 year. I have mentioned it, the video that I had uploaded yesterday. And yes, I I quite agree with you. You also in the same track. No time with limited amount of income, lots of expenditures, and great hopes towards your future. So my middle topic was how to cut short your expenditures. I think I have spoken little about the topic. We can go forward, and the time is the biggest constraint. I like to talk. I have big ideas. Ideas are coming. I haven't put myself a script or memorizing, you can see. So, likewise, I encourage you. That's really interesting. Speaking English is really interesting because this is not our language. It's really interesting how people are speaking and the way I'm speaking, other than my own native language. This is not the way I'm speaking in Sinhala. When I'm talking in Sinhala, I am slightly different. You know, when I'm telling things in Sinhala, that's too different. And when it comes to speaking in English, it's slightly different as well. So that's a big entertainment. When I'm speaking another language, I can Korean language much better. The second video I had uploaded to my YouTube video is teaching English in Korean. That's also fascinating. And other than that video, I haven't uploaded a one yet. And I am thinking to upload some videos in Korean as well. So I'm gonna stop today's video. So thanks for watching, and I'm gonna upload this video right now. The time is 12 o'clock, right? Sorry, 2 o'clock in the evening. And thank you very much for watching my YouTube videos, and see you in the next video. Goodbye. Thank you very much. I am Chamar Prabhat.